As always, the session starts off with a decent warm-up and then we move in to the exercises that are shown. This whole session plan is one that has been done before during pre-season, and it's been repeated because the club that I'm working with use one of the sessions per week to work on the units of play. So we've got a couple of teams on field and they get broken up into defence, midfield, attack and goalkeepers. So this is just working with the defenders for a couple of different age groups, and you'll see that it goes from 1v1 to 2v2, 3v3 and 4v4, and then units defending together. The biggest things that you need to remember with this specific exercise are when players go from attack to defence, they collect a football and then they're back out. If they don't collect that football and head out, it will be a very short-lived exercise. For this one, we're just looking at one player pressing the ball, one player coming and covering when that ball moves across, one player pressing, one player coming back to cover. So getting that instinctual forwards backwards movement, helping each other press and cover at the same time. Building on that to go 3v3 and 4v4 defending. If the defender does well and can delay, forcing the attacker to go back, they'll pull in another defender, and now we're starting to look more at distances, communication, angles of support, and making sure that we are doing the things in a more game-like situation. Even more so building up into a proper game-like situation where we've got our back four midfield two, and this is where you can really tighten things up as a coach, looking at the distance between those lines, looking at the distance between players within the defensive and midfield line, and really starting to impose your will and how you would like to defend as a team. This next session kicks off after the warm-up with what I call rows and columns. Now you'll see that we have got a column here shaded and a row here. Now all the players in the middle have got a ball. When they pass to a player on the outside, they need to change the row and column they're in. So they can't move to any of the red arrows, but they can move to any of the green arrows, or they could even move in here as well. The way that I like to get this across to players is change your angle, change your distance. Right? So if I'm talking to players about rows and columns, not all of them will understand that, but everyone that I've worked with understands change your angle, change your distance. The progression I like to put in is when this player is receiving the ball back from the outside, if they're moving into this box here, when they receive the ball, can they open up so that they face the centre of the box? And I just let them know that if you do this, you see more options. You can come and receive the ball facing the direction of the arrow and you won't have many options at all. If you can always orientate yourself to see the middle of the box, you'll be in a good position to dribble, pass, shoot, cross, whatever it may be. This exercise allows the middle three players to have a bit of creativity. When the ball goes into the middle, they must use... the players on the outside, when they pass it, they must pass it into the middle, but these three players can do whatever they like. So you'll see here the player just knocks it around the corner. On the other side, it goes into the furthest player, laid off, through ball, and then on. Give these guys as much freedom as you can to come up with their own ways of moving the ball from one side, from 3 to 4. Make sure that the ball from 4 to 1 and from 2 to 3 is driven. We want to work the technique of getting the foot through the ball, keeping it low, hard driven passes. You can then progress that to a lofted pass, making sure that we change direction, changing feet as well. I'm sure many of you have done this one before. 2 players on the outside for each team, working one north-south and the other east-west, and when the Blues steal possession, can they open up to change that direction, to change that point of attack immediately? We're looking on first touch and we're looking at body shape when receiving the ball for this one. They're the 2 key things that I work on. Talking on changing the point of attack, this is an exercise that I did in my A licence. When we attack into the end zone, into that attack in third, and we cannot get a shot away, if we need to come back out, we need to cross this line that runs through the centre circle. Right, now, it can be as in the diagram, passed across before a through ball, it can be dribbled across, or it can even be if this player makes that run in behind, this guy here could play that lofted pass through. It doesn't matter how the ball goes across, but it does need to cross that line as we go back into attack again. changing the point of attack to move the opposition. Final session of the week. I love this exercise because it gets players trying to thread that needle. The one big thing that I would say for an attacking team here is being patient. Don't try and get the ball into the centre box too quickly. From a defensive aspect, if your defenders are a little bit lazy and they start creating a barrier, just holding that shape around the box, I would give the attacking team a second option to score, which would be just to connect X number of passes. If you can get 3, 4, 5 passes, whatever it might be, unopposed, you get a point. Or if you can get the ball into the box and then back out to connect with another teammate, that's another point. But be patient for an attacking team, and can we go and press and win the ball back if we're defending. So in 15 by 15 yard boxes, we've got 6 1v1s plus 2 jokers who can move anywhere. I start off by giving players 2 touches, so it should be sharp. We're looking again at body shape, first touch, knowing the options that are around you, and for these guys, the 2 in yellow, they need to be really mobile. They need to see where the ball is going, see where the spaces are around them, and try and help the team in possession as much as possible. Progressing this, we're still using the 15 by 15 boxes, and after you connect with 3 players, it could be 4, it could be 5, it's your choice as a coach, then you can break out. So this player here would be the 3rd player on the ball. He's looking for one of his teammates to play through. Making that run, a defender can recover. If the goalkeeper makes a save from a blue shot, they can play out to a red immediately, or they can play into yellow, who is essentially a red. If the ball goes wide or over, then a coach would restart it with the team who did not have the shot. If the team scores, I would always restart with them, reward that good play, reward that goal. Finishing off with a game where you remove the boxes, but they still need to play in that zone before releasing a player. Now, in this final progression, as many players as you want in your team can go and attack the ball, can go and defend. However, if you lose the ball still needs to go back in there, and I would be encouraging the team who are now on the attack to use any numerical advantage they may have. That's the 3 sessions for the week. Hope you can take something from that. If you've got any questions, please ask.